a little story, I want to bring you back to the past. Centuries ago, when England was a small island and was seeing at that point Spain and Portugal control the gold and the trade and everything around it was controlled by Portugal and Spain at the time. Queen Elizabeth I had a navy that was not strong enough. So she created a new rule for the game. And that's where they gave legal permission for pirates to start operating. Francis Drake, for example, if you know the story, is a good example of a pirate that took it seriously and got some good advantage from this deal. What was the mission of the pirates, or what is the point of the deal here? They could copy roads of different countries. They could, or if they could, steal gold and take navigation knowledge from those other navigators from other countries, operating by stricter rules and by themselves with the blessing, let's call it this, from England. It was an open world, and England was on the side, so they were trying to take over, not thinking that much on the rules they were playing because they were not the one controlling the game. But what happened centuries later is that what happened when England became the industrial power? Well, they start to have a strong navy and a strong trade. And then finally, they were the ones setting the rules. They were the ones controlling the game. So the pirates were actually the one to be killed because they were making bad things for England business. You know, when you are on top, you are the one who want to build walls. So you protect what you build. And in this case for England, was very important to now protect what they built, even though that would mean change completely what they created when they were the ones playing against the rules. And the story we are going to talk, or the first one today, that is very connected to this, to the story that we start talking right now, is China. China, who copied the world for more than 30 years, now doesn't want to be copied by anyone else. Yeah, that is the thing that we see in an article from The Economist. They are saying that Chinese courts now handle more than 500,000 cases per year against, protected product or protected technology, and people who are going and trying to get their rights regarding technology that was created. So police in China is they are acting against all those copycats, and companies like BYD and China Solar, they are suing Western competitors for patent violations. So China is not the only one producing right now, of course, many of those technologies, but China is finally the one giving the cards, controlling the game, because they are on top of so many things regarding technology right now that is important to them not to plan against the rules anymore and not be the one on the side copying, but actually be the one who protect and build the walls. And this is not hypocrisy from China in any way. This is actually market maturity, because there is a point where economies who grow as an England did, when they were not being the ones giving the cards, controlling the game, they were playing against the rules for a reason, to grow and to gain knowledge. So copy can be a strategy depending on where you are playing your game right now. But once you are the one leading, you want to protect, you want to build the walls, you want to protect, of course, the ones that are building that with you. In this case, the Chinese companies. It's of course a big thing to reflect from an economy perspective, and of course from what it means from the market in general. But this podcast exists to help you reflect on how those things can inspire you in some point for your career, your personal and your professional development. And you know, there's a point early in our career where copying others can help you learn fast. But there's also a point in your career where you should protect your work. Now that you copied some kind of framework, some kind of way of working, and you are very good on that, it's the moment to protect the way you are doing that. And protect could mean adapting that to be your unique way of working. In project management, many companies do actually the opposite. They start from the beginning protecting the way of working they have, even though this is unique, instead of using what is already working in the market. Take frameworks, for example, like Scrum, Kanban, Safe, and many other frameworks that can help teams organize themselves around product management or project management. Those models, they work in many companies and they have a model so you can copy and you can start using as it is, which is normally a good strategy. Take the framework as it is, use that, apply that, follow the rules from the beginning. And then once you copy it, start to adapt and start to protect your way of working. That is the way that we expect to do things. But many companies do the opposite. They start to adapt frameworks and ways of working since day one. And there is a point in their journey where they don't even know what they're doing anymore because it's not comparable with anything in the market. And if the professionals who are there doing those kind of ways of working and frameworks leave the company, there's no one else who knows this kind of ugly monster the company created because it's so unique that no one else can actually help the company to survive and in the long term stay relevant with this kind of way of working. And then they restart again. They take a new way of working, adapt, and start again spending a lot of money on new process instead of doing what is working in the market. And as I said, is a very good reflection to our careers because what is our identity in the end? In the beginning, as I said, when we are starting a new area, it's totally fine and I would say even normal to copy senior professionals, to see what they are doing, what is working or what's been working for a long time, and try to use the same techniques, the same ways of working, the same methods. But once you are the one providing more value and the one actually leading or being the specialist in some area, you are the one expected to protect this kind of unique way of working and methods that you have, because this is what makes you different from the people around you. Okay?